My back pain probably started close to 20 years ago, but really these last 3 to 4 years have been unbearable. It affected every single aspect of my life. The most painful position for me was sitting. You would find me, leaning to one side and then the other, just trying very hard to get comfortable. I could not sit straight up and down. Just getting up to the standing position was excruciating. And then every step was like a knife jabbing in my lower back to different variations throughout the day, but always painful. And that's something I always loved to do, is walk, but it really took the joy out of walking for me. I met with a surgeon, and just the week before I had come to sit down with him, he had read an article about this new procedure called Intracept. Looking at my MRI, he could see that this might be a solution for me. So of course I went home and got on the internet and I read about Intracept. I watched the testimonials, and those people, they were me. It was me talking. And their life was changed. That's how I met up with Dr. Ekstrom. They gave me his name and I made an appointment right away to see him.
The first indication for me that she was an Intracept candidate was when I looked at her images. She had disc degeneration, but she also had motor changes. She had end plate disruption along the degenerative disc, and so she fit the criteria for Intracept, for her to be considered a candidate for the procedure. That's the first thing that had to happen. She easily filled the other parts of that criteria. She had done all the rehab, physical therapy, chiropractic care, multiple clinics, multiple directions. She had tried different medications, put up with those side effects. She got into injections with marginal results. She wasn't going to give up, but she was close. Those were the things that kind of came all together for me with Karen and got her in for this Intracept procedure.
I was on a countdown to my procedure date. I couldn't wait because I really thought that this could be the answer, of course guarded because nothing else had worked before. But on the day of surgery, I was just very excited. It wasn't until about a week and a half after the procedure that I had that moment where I knew that this had worked for me. We had our first post-op visit with Dr. Ekstrom. I stood to get out of the car and took about 10 steps and just stopped dead in my tracks. And I turned and looked at Mark and said, "Oh my God, that did not hurt." Getting out of the car did not hurt, and that was just incredible for me. And that's when I knew that it was successful. It's gonna choke me up. It's just been life-changing for me and my family.
For many, many years, I watched her in pain. At night after work, she'd be on the couch, grimacing in pain. It's hard to watch. And you could see it in her face, how it was wearing her down, physically and mentally. To say that this procedure is a miracle, it's an understatement, because that's what it is. It's a blessing to us. She goes to work after sleeping all night. She does chores after work. She goes for a walk. And she does it while she's laughing and smiling.
If I had chronic low back pain, I think sooner than later I should know about Intracept. If I present this to the patient, more often than not, they go from this state of, what am I getting myself into? This is another song and dance, to, oh my God, there's something here. I've got this pain issue. He knows where it is. He's got objective evidence to show where it could be coming from. And now he's got a legit procedure that might work. It's a missing piece to date on why somebody has chronic low back pain. And now there's a treatment for it. And I'm just hopeful the word gets out there sooner than later. And we're going to help a few people out.